Let me put the smile on my face. It's written all over your face.
You a DJ, right?
You don't have to say a word.
You a DJ, right? You are a DJ, right? Oh my God! What is that?
Say a word.
Oh,
that mean I don't know the words.
Oh, I thought that was the melody. It sounds terrible. Sounds terrible.
It's written all over your face. It's Friday.
And you sound terrible.
Let me get focused. It's Friday. Love and Business on Lock podcast. Let me act like I am doing something I'm supposed to be doing. I am a franchisee. Claxton, this lovely lady to the left of me. She's a doctor. She is an entrepreneur. She is a mother. She is a PK. She is a lot of things. She is a producer. She is a culture coordinator. She coordinates culture.
What?
Dr. Casay.
You just made that up.
I did. I definitely did. I definitely did. Are you smoking? Are you partaking of a great smoke? This is life. This is life.
I haven't eaten, so I would love to, but I have not eaten today. Today is Friday. We had a wonderful Wednesday. Listen, you know what? Can we just? Well, I'll wait till we bring our guests on and talk about it.
Okay.
But we had wonderful guests on Wednesday. Shout out to Daryl and Kendella, who will actually be back next Wednesday. And tonight I'm excited. You know,
it's family.
Yeah, it's family. I'm excited.
Smiling.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited.
Well, I'm glad because you smiling for them. You didn't smile for me. When I walked in here, you kind of like.
Well, when you walked in, I was kind of,
Okay, is this guy?
But no, that's not what it was. So when you walked in, that's not what it was at all. When you walked in, I kind of needed your energy so that I could have this smile on my face.
All right, we here. We're gonna apply pressure. We here.
Sit down next to me.
We here. We're gonna
so
apply
I can
pressure.
get all that energy from you. But I'm so excited because guess what? It's Friday.
It is Friday.
And we have Kimo and I'm sorry, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I see where this is going.
I'm joking. And we have a lot to talk about because let me tell you how I had a phone call last week while I was trying to get ready for the podcast.
Okay.
Because you know that men are from wherever y'all are and we're from Earth. Mm-hmm. And so they were having a discrepancy.
Okay.
Okay. And I kind of sided, I may have sided.
No, I need you to
with the beautiful one in the relationship.
I need you to side on the side of truth.
Well, I did the truth and what was right, and she's always right, and she was.
That's
not true. That's not true.
That's not accurate.
She's always right, but I'm never wrong.
Right. Okay.
Oh my God.
I ain't mad at that either.
Wait a minute. We have a little beautiful.
Right.
Look. You see the little beautiful.
Right. She want all her camera time. Look, she want all her camera time.
Yes.
Look, she's smiling. Look, she's smiling.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You said Uncle Jay with a cigar. You see that.
Jay, she almost makes me want to babysit. That's it.
Yeah.
Babysit. That's it.
It's a start 5.
Yeah, start 5 over here. We good.
So what's up? How y'all doing?
Good, man.
Pretty good.
Good week.
It's Friday. How was the week been?
Friday, had a good week.
Busy week.
Yeah, always busy, but blessed to be in the position that we're in, and we're just happy to be able to be on here with you guys on Love and Lock, and just talk and have a conversation around what you guys are doing, what we're doing, and how we can all continue to be better and love better and love and business better and really just continue to be blessed and be a blessing to others. And she raising her hand, right?
Yeah.
Yes. See, you know what? I'm in love. Yeah. I think I want to babysit for a half an hour. That's it. Look, he's like, yeah. I'm sorry.
Hey, listen. When I tell you, I am done making those.
I said babysit.
She is beautiful, but I am done making those.
I said babysit, and I said 30 minutes.
I took my daughter today for a run around the track. We ran, we walked. We got it in. Just trying to push the fact that she has to keep health has to be part of her lifestyle. At 9. We talked. And like recently, I have opened up a custodial account for her on Fidelity. Not that I'm pushing Fidelity at all, because they have not come to check.
I was going to say,
just so she can get, and I allowed her to actually take and break down the money that I put in there and buy some stocks on the things that she liked. Yeah. Even though she made a mistake and put Roblox in my account, she made a mistake and put Roblox in my account. Yeah. But I got to try to change that, because I let her do the transaction from the phone.
Oh wow!
Disney. Yeah. She is has a fascination with Tesla. Okay. Which is great. You know what I mean? Like Tesla is going to go to the moon. Yeah. And Roblox, and she wants to do like a makeup. She's got this thing with makeup. Okay. And she said something about Sephora, but Sephora, what I did not know, was owned by Louis Vuitton. Right. Louis Vuitton and Moet Hennessy. I did not know that. Yep. And we happen to see that as well. Yeah, we happen to see that as well. So it's about setting the bar, setting the bar now. So the stuff that we did not I didn't know, just laying that foundation. Now that we have the opportunity to have the information, and the information is so available.
Yeah. So listen, before we hopped on, we were actually having a conversation, and we were just talking with Kimo about business and how her business, how she was able to go from one lane to the other during the pandemic. Okay. And we always talk about, if you can't do it in a pandemic, I don't know if you're going to make it. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because and I want to pick up here, and then we can go back, and we can backpedal. But I want to start here because she used the term that I hadn't heard, but when she used it, I was thinking, oh my God, people really are getting this. Mass acne. Wow.
Okay, so you gotta bring me up to speed. I like all of that. Right, no, but all of that for dummies. I'm that. Right, I'm that right now. So you gotta explain all of that.
Mass acne is a breakout right here.
Okay.
So a lot of people are coming in because, one, they're not switching out their mask fast enough, or two, they're wearing their mask for months at a time. So I had a patient, for instance, she had a really severe breakout in this area, inflammation everywhere. And I said, when was the last time you changed your mask? She said 3 months ago.
Oh, wow.
So, did you wash it?
Wow.
She don't brush her teeth either. Jay, think about it, because all of that that's touching this is from breath.
Yes.
See, I'm a doctor, but I'm not a medical one, but I'm a doctor. I know some things.
I mean, she just might not have known anything.
No, but she
might have not known anything.
How often do you wash your underwear?
All the time.
And you put on underwear every day, correct?
Yes.
You put on a mask
times a day.
Right. You put on a mask every day, Jay.
I do.
Right. You don't wear dirty masks, do you?
No.
Okay then.
Well, I barely wear my mask. So.
Oh God! Don't say that out loud.
I wear my mask because I have to.
Baby, don't say that out loud.
I'm being honest.
Yeah, but please don't say it out loud.
Okay. All right.
Because everything is not for everybody.
No, that's leading me somewhere where I want to go as well.
Go.
That's where I want to. Right. So we have talked about this vaccine, and we are actually dealing with family issues because of the vaccine. Have you got? Well, if you can plead the fifth, but what do you think about the vaccine? Yeah, even if you don't want to say if you did, if you didn't, what do you think about the vaccine? What are your thoughts? If you feel like you want to,
I want to put an A and a B on that.
Okay.
So I want to put an A on there. And do you think that some of your customers who, or your clients that are coming in who have been fully vaccinated, do you think the breakouts are from that? Boom. That's
So the first part of that question is no, I have not been vaccinated yet.
Me neither.
Neither has Darren.
Jay,
And
just
I want to wait it out a little bit more. You know, I want to feel a little bit more comfortable. Like, I have not been able to get answers that I ask questions, you know, about, in terms of like, okay, so what are the long-term factors of this 10 years from now? You know, basic things that obviously they don't know because this is still new. COVID is still new. They're still discovering new things every day. And my thought on that is, how could you make something preventative for something that you don't know much about or you're still discovering? So that makes me a little bit weary on taking it right now. So I just want to wait it out. I'm comfortable with that. And the second part of that question is that it's funny that you say that, because I had maybe 4 calls this week, and they were like, is your staff fully vaccinated? That's the only way that I'm going to come in. And I'm like, well, feel free to book an appointment at another facility, because I'm not going to force my staff, you know, to go take this vaccine if they're not ready. If they're taking it on their own self, then it's fine. You know, I'm not going to judge. I don't judge anyone that has taken the vaccine. But for right now, my family, including myself, I'm not ready, because they don't have those answers to the questions that I ask.
So I understand what you're saying, because we both have autoimmune diseases. Jay has MS, I have lupus, and we have not been vaccinated. But the reason why is because my physician said no. She said they have not tested on enough individuals with autoimmune diseases for me to feel comfortable for you to go and get something, and then I have to figure out how to get you well from something that I don't even know what's inside, you know? And so with that said, even though we had kind of decided beforehand, no, that just was like the dot on the I for me.
Right.
Yeah, we're still discovering every single day. They're still discovering, you know, different symptoms, new symptoms, things that are happening with people that have taken the vaccine and with people that have not taken it. You know, so we just want to wait. You know, I want to get a solid year of data in and see, because you know what I think is going to happen. And look at this, already they're talking about a 3rd vaccination. You have to take 2, and then in 6 months you have to take a 3rd one. So when it's time for the 3rd one, what do you think is going to happen? Because we're still discovering. We're still in the discovery phase. So there's going to be what? A 4th one, because we're still discovering, and then a 5th one. You see where I'm going?
Right. No, I listen, I overstand. Not I understand, I overstand. And that's really, you know, our thoughts about it. And, you know, I'm kind of, my parents got vaccinated. I had an issue with that. I didn't want them to get vaccinated. And I'm not. My grandmother called me the other day. Hey, you going to get vaccinated? No. I said, Grandma, I listen to everything that you, I don't want no trouble out of you. But this one, I can't go with you on this one. I am not, you know, I'm not doing it. I'm not sure. I don't know. Nobody has answered that. And what really made her back off is the same thing that Cassandra said. They have not tested that vaccine on anybody with any like autoimmune deficiencies or anything like that. So no. No.
I am not a guinea pig.
No,
that's what it comes down to. And I ask, you know, when people ask me that, you know, in terms of this vaccine, I always hit them with, do you know what effects it's going to have in the next 20 years? Please explain that to me, and I'll be happy to drive me down there to get my first shot.
Right.
And they just shut right up, because they don't even know. I'm not going to be test 652 or 678. Whatever it is, because it's going to be a number. You know, your number is stamped. The cards are numbers, so they can track you. So the next generation will benefit from the vaccination. But for us, we're the ones that are the test subjects, unfortunately.
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out, honestly, I'm trying to figure out, why is it within less than 8 months, there's a vaccine for it. However, how long has HIV been around?
That's true too.
Like I think part of that is, I think they like this thing didn't just happen 8 months ago either. We know that.
I agree.
They've been developing. They've been working on vaccines for this COVID. They've been probably working on it for a long time, but they haven't had a legit legit vaccine. But they had to get something out.
Right.
But they've been working on these. I mean, they know 10 years before us when.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I agree with you.
Diseases are going to happen. They know that. Like,
I agree with you, and I feel as though that when President Obama put in place the pandemic,
they knew something.
I can't think of what
he had something.
He had something in place. I feel as though
case.
they knew what that was then, and right. I feel like they knew about this then.
Right.
And then when you hear the stories of how many people talked about how in November and December of 2018, wait a minute, 2019, that they got really sick and and it's the same symptoms of COVID,
Right.
but no one knew what it was. Like we had that case in our family. My daughter, who lives in Atlanta, her and her boyfriend got real sick. And she just thought it was a bad flu.
Yes, and was given some antibiotics and sent home to get lots of rest. And, they said it was a really bad flu. And, something else, you're saying that you're not sure, like, how long it's been around. If you look at the back of a Lysol can, you'll see COVID.
Yeah,
you'll see COVID on
they've
there.
had strands of COVID for a long time.
You'll see COVID on there, but it was a different strain. So they've been working on this for many, many years.
So it wasn't 19. It was COVID something.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's COVID. It's a strand of COVID. Right.
It's a strand 19, but it's been around on Lysol cans. And there's another can. I think it's Pine Sol.
Yeah, Pine Sol, Lysol.
It's been on there for a really, really long time.
That it kills that infection. Like it has HIV/AIDS on it.
Yeah.
Has that. It has that on there. So.
But you know what? And I think that if we haven't learned anything in this last year and a half, we should have learned that we have to do some research.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they always say if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. Or we have to do some research. I mean, we have to read. We have to, do some research. Look at some shows that give you some information. But right now, research is really key to everything. I mean, to health, to wealth, to relationships. We have to do research in order to make sure that we are good.
Got to get off of Bravo and go over to Discovery Channel and really feed yourself, so that you can, understand what's actually happening. So let's talk about you guys.
Oh, boy.
First, but I'm not going to get you yet. Wait, we have about 25 minutes before I go there. But so tell us everything that's going on with you all.
In terms of
business, love and business.
It's been super busy, as I said, since this COVID stuff has been happening, the mass need. So I'm busy all day, every day. People get mad when I'm not available, or I can't see them, So it's been hard because I've been kind of tired, and then coming home to deal with the little one. We try to get her on a schedule, obviously, to put her to bed at 7 p.m. nightly.
I was going to say, good luck with that.
No,
Well,
it's been working. It's
Really?
Yeah, it's only
every night at 7.
Since she's been
Y'all good. Y'all good.
Hey, Jay, I told her from the jump, I said, look, I'm not going to be up at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, she goes right down.
Right.
It's only because we're over at friends' houses right now that, she's awake. But now she would be like in dreamland, and then it's just us. Yeah. So
y'all good, because that is a task in itself.
Yeah.
Yes.
We started early.
You know what? It's funny that you said that because I didn't have that issue. Like my son is 15 and he still goes to bed by 10 o'clock. He is out. He don't want to talk to nobody. He's not interested. He is out.
My 9-year-old is trying to push it to the limit.
Yeah, no, he is out. Like he is.
She is pushing it
but
to the limit.
But honestly, if you think about Crystal, she is out like that. Like all of mine are like that. But for people who have been underneath a bus or just don't know, tell them the name of your business, where you're located, and a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Kimo Bentley. I'm a licensed master esthetician. My business is skincare. I've been in the skincare industry for about 21 years now. I treat a lot of celebrities, girls, working girls. I treat everyone, black, white, but my specialty is people of color, because there isn't enough of that in the industry. And there are a lot of people that don't look like me that's treating black skin.
Mm-hmm.
So when they come to me and they realize, oh, you're black, they stick with me. And, it's a different thing from when, someone that's Caucasian is talking to you about your skin and they can't really relate because they're not going through the same thing, as opposed to, a black girl telling you, well, look, if you keep doing this, this is what's going to happen because it has happened to me. It's more relatable. So that's kind of like where I am right now. We're downtown Silver Spring. So we're on Georgia Avenue, 8241 Georgia Avenue. It's a small, quaint office, and that's pretty much in a nutshell. I love what I do. I'm very passionate about my job. It's just not about, collecting those dollars. For me, I'm really changing lives and helping people and bringing their confidence back if they've lost some of that. And that's about it.
That's why you.
And I have my skincare line. I forgot that part, which is like most important. I have my all natural skincare line, and I treat eczema, acne, all the good stuff. And the line started when my daughter had eczema as a baby, and it kind of like blew up from there, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
But you know what? That's why you're successful, because it's not about the money. You really authentically want to help people. And when you do that, then then the money will come. It'll fall into place just how it's supposed to. If you start chasing the money, sometimes it just doesn't.
Runs away.
Yeah, and it doesn't fall into place the way it's supposed to fall into place. Now, D, you have the floor, my brother.
DP, that's me. Okay. DP, that's me. I like to say I have a pretty diverse background. I'd say if we just kind of start from the beginning, it started off, with the basketball thing. That was my thing. Basketball thing, took that, ran with that, played at another level. Got to play Europe and everything. And then, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then from there, it started with And1, the basketball marketing company. I don't know if you guys remember And1.
And the mixtape.
Yeah, the mixtape was crazy. So I was on the NBA marketing side. So we had like 70% of the NBA at one point when I was there. So we had Vince Carter in our shoes. We had Stephon Marbury, Kevin Garnett, Jason Williams. We had a lot of people wearing N1. So I was on that NBA marketing side. Then jumped to the Kellogg company. I'm sure all of us have eaten Frosted Flakes at one point. So was on the sales and marketing team and with Kellogg. So got to do a lot of stuff around just customer specific marketing events. We had NASCAR, which was a whole other crazy stories I could tell you. We had NASCAR, we had the Frosted Flakes card. Really ended up managing one of our biggest groceries in the DC metro area. And so pretty much we just put together deals so customers can get their cereal at 2 for $5. So I'm just spending a bunch of money that we got in a bucket and putting together those deals, doing a lot of customer specific marketing events, doing stuff with Pop-Tarts and American Idol, doing brand work with Adidas that we had, the Olympics. Kellogg's is huge, so there's just so many different marketing avenues that we took within that organization. And I met Kimo in 2014-15, and that's actually when I started to work with Black Enterprise magazine. I was actually featured in a magazine in 2013 or 14.
Okay.
I left Kellogg's, started to branch off on my own, and I was doing some work with individual clients and athletes, and started to do stuff with athletic departments at colleges and universities. So I was actually featured in the magazine, and then from there, had developed some relationships with some of the people in the organization, and ended up becoming a writer for the magazine. So helped put together BE Modern Man, which is a campaign that really just honors the works, essence, and image of today's modern men of color. So we put together this big platform, which did very well and still going. We have a Black Men Excel event every year where we just really highlight and really just honor Black men, and just to change that narrative that's out there around men of color. And that's actually where I met Kimo, a colleague of mine who's a good friend of hers. And so we had an event, a Black Enterprise event called The Good Life in New York. And that's where we actually met at that event. And so today, I really just spent a lot of time in that world. Also working with a pharmaceutical company, doing marketing with them, on the diversity advisory board of that pharmaceutical company, which is an awesome experience just to be able to, in that pharmaceutical world, it's white. When you see pharmaceutical commercials, they're mostly marketed, towards, white people, and so it's really a good thing to just add some insight and help develop just some initiatives around diversity and inclusion in that world. But then it's just like working with her on Kimo Bentley brand, Kimo Bentley business, is utilizing, my skill set that I have that can, help take the things off and pressure off of her plate, so she doesn't have to do everything on her own. But also, just really unifying her with people that I may know that may be of value to her and her organization. So we can take on. I mean, she did a whole lot on her own. She got her business to a very good spot on her own, and it was like, okay, I see you doing all these things. If I can help you, with the website, if I can help you with some of the marketing, if I can help you with, just some of the brand engagement and people that I can connect you with that I think will be good that can help expose the product and the business. Let's move on that. And so, really today it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's like in the evening, get home. It's like it's all about Kimo Bentley. Like knock it out, get everything done, put together some plans, and just really, really do what we got to do to really position her and her organization and her business, especially the product line too. She has a great product line that does very well. She's been in Target. She's been in other retailers. And so it's really about, just not Target. I'm sorry, Walgreens. But we're working on some things now with getting into Target, getting into some other retailers, Macy's. But yeah, it's that's what we do. That's what we do. So that's Darren, and also a little bit of what I do.
All right. So when you guys met at that event, who pushed up on who?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a real good one, because I was actually doing an interview. They were asking me to explain what the good life means to me. And my friend actually called him over in my mid-sentence and asked him the same question. So I was like, who's this guy? Like, he's like taking up all my Google time right now. So, I was nice, cordial. I was nice and cordial, let him rock for a little bit. And we kind of like went our separate ways. And then everywhere that I went in that room, I kind of like kept I kept seeing him like in different areas. So we were at the bar. He was on one side and I was on the other. And I'm like, you again? Come here. What's your name? What's your name? I feel like you're following me. Like, what's going on? And we just had good conversation. And the funny part about that story is at the end of the night, remember I said I was from New York. So I don't know how to say it. I guess, Mr. Suave.
No, I was just being a gentleman.
So he was, I guess, trying to help me put my jacket on. So he came up, behind me and went like this. And I was like, what you doing?
Time out.
Please tell me where you're from.
What, listeners, audience, Jay,
Sandra?
No. I was on the side of her, not from behind.
Okay.
On the side of her.
Let you tell it.
Right.
You know how you put your arm and you help the person put the other arm in.
Right.
It was one of those things.
Just being a gentleman. I got it.
Let me help you with your jacket.
I have a question.
Right.
I have a question. What borough are you from?
Huh?
What borough are you from?
What borough? Harlem.
She's from Trinidad.
Originally from Trinidad, but I grew up in Harlem. Daron Pressley.
That's funny, yo, because you know you from Baltimore. Say Borough?
Well, actually, my summers was spent in Jamaica, Queens.
No.
And I thought that's where she was from. I was sitting here, I was like, Jay, she from Queens or she from Brooklyn? She from one of them, especially when you was like, I was like, oh. Yeah, I gave you Queens. Queens. I gave you Queens.
You can't have them in your personal space now.
Yeah, I gave you Queens. I gave you Queens.
No, but you it seemed like you was keeping an eye on him as he moved around the room as he did his thing. That's what I got out of that.
That's not what I got out of that.
I got out of the story. You saw him moving.
That's not. No.
You saw how he was moving.
No. That's not how it happened.
That's what I got out of it.
How did you translate that? Clearly, she said you again. No. So it wasn't that she was following him because that's not what I said. That's not what I said. Nah, buddy.
She saw him moving. She said every time I was like,
But that's because she was making sure he wasn't after.
No, every time I look, I see this guy. That's what she said. She seen him moving. He moving and shaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know.
You see how he translated that, right?
I already know.
That is not what she said.
Seen him moving and shaking.
She didn't say that.
Oh, she.
Hey, yo.
Good job.
How did you You two translated that the same. That's not what she said. That's not what she said.
Absolutely. Any men would say that's how she translated. That's what she said.
I call bullshit.
That's what they were saying. That's exactly what. I mean, is that story accurate?
No, not your version.
That story seems pretty accurate.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't really. I was there because not that I had to be there. I actually wasn't. It's funny because I wasn't even going to go. She wasn't going to go either. Like last minute, I was like, let me go up here to this event. Like I really was not going to go. It was like last minute. I was like, all right, let me shoot up there to be there and show my face. But I wasn't really pressed to go at all.
Right.
But I ended up going. It was a good thing.
Right.
Same here, because that day I remember it was kind of snowing.
Yeah, it was cold.
I was like, I'm not trying to put
February.
cute clothes on and go. And my friend was like, oh, I don't have anyone to go with. Please be my wingman. Please, I promise. And I said, okay, 1 hour. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, and like I said, her friend was my colleague at BE. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I definitely wasn't gonna be there, but yeah, it was a BE Good Life event. I think the guy from
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Angela, he was there. It was
Yandy.
Yeah, I mean it was a good event.
It was a nice event. Great
Small,
people.
intimate, and yeah. I mean I ain't gonna lie. I mean I saw her early on, but she looks great.
Right.
So you see it and you leave. I leave it alone.
Right. Yeah, you ain't gonna press to Right.
I leave it alone. If I talk to her.
Right. Too cool to press. I get it. I understand.
And it's not. I wasn't even there for that. You know what I mean? I'm there just chilling. I'm not trying to talk to nobody. Minding my own business, more or less. But yeah, it was a good thing.
Right.
Hey,
right.
It's a good thing.
Why are you looking at me like
What?
I'm not saying nothing.
I'm just telling you how I got the story.
What? I know how you got the story, but you guys are killing me. I was too cool, I just left it there. I see the baby.
Time out though, Kimo. When you saw me, like I saw you, you weren't talking to everybody.
I didn't see him until he came into my Google thing, and I'm like, who is this?
Exactly.
I'm in the corner, because I wasn't really in that mood to be chopping it up and mixing it up with everybody. I was just.
But honestly, I'm not really a talker in terms of like trying to talk to people, and that was one thing that my friend was trying to help me with. Talking, networking. I'm not that type. I'm not saying that I'm stock up, but I'm more the laid back.
No, I get it.
I'm not the person that works the room whatsoever. I can go in, sit in a corner, and look at everything and be great. I'm not that, person. So it was really a rare moment, you know, for us to have conversation. And I don't think you remember, I think I gave you my card and I said something like, oh, leave a message for me, because if you don't, you'll see my voicemail says, if you don't leave a message, you never called.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I'm just saying that the conversation I was hearing between the guys was, I was cool and I saw, she was there.
No, that's
That's what I thought.
No.
That's what I heard. But you know what I know? I see a baby right there.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm just gonna leave it right there. Your baby right there.
Things happen how they supposed to happen. Nothing happened by mistake. Everything is
It does.
right. Everything is supposed to happen the way it's supposed to. It happens the way it's supposed to happen. So, I know you guys, because you said all the things that you have going on.
Yeah.
How do you make it work amongst each other? You know what I'm saying? As being great parents and being great entrepreneurs in the business world, how do you guys make that work?
That's
I'll be
big.
right back. 1 second.
I think just a lot of communication. I think that's just communication, just talking, just having real conversations. Okay, what's working, what's not working. How can we fix things that may be not working so well for us, business wise. I think we kind of position ourselves where we best fit. She was early on. She was very reluctant to kind of talk to me about her business, because obviously it's hers, it's her baby. She doesn't want to expose too much to me and not know who I am. So I allow her to have that space. When you're ready to open up about it and you're ready to allow me to kind of help where I can help, or where you think that you see that I can help, I'm willing to do that for you.
Right.
Just be at that. Early on, it's just being present in her life and in her business. Whether it was if she had a vending event, I'm gonna be there to support that, and kind of show and just really show up for that and support you and be at the table and help you sell your product. I learned a lot from her as far as skincare. I'm a dude. I go to the store, I get Dove or Olay, whatever's on sale.
Right.
Whatever's on sale, that's the soap I'm gonna grab. But she educated me on skincare, proper skincare, and so I started using her products, and that's all I started using. I don't want to use none of that other stuff. But she educated me on that, so which helped me to be able to help her, as she was, talking with customers, talking with different vendors. I have a consumer packaged goods background with Kellogg's, so I was able to bring that knowledge to her as far as when you're going and speaking to buyers, what that looks like, sell sheets, product sheets, all that kind of those small little things that I had experience with in that world of consumer packaged goods. Was able to kind of bring into her world and say, okay, these are some of the things. If it's a presentation deck, this is how we put it together. For a buyer, those types of things, really, we play well off of each other. It's she knows that skin aspect, and then there's okay, Darren knows some of the more technical aspect as far as the sales and marketing stuff, putting that stuff together.
Let me ask you a question, because it was something that you said that I thought was really big when Jay asked the question, and I just wanted you to expand on it. Jay asked you, how do you guys make it work? And I thought I heard you say the 6 things that don't work. Is that what I heard you say?
I said I said the things that don't work. So what I mean by things that aren't working. What I mean by some.
Don't eat it. I learned the hard way. Don't eat it.
She eats it. She eats it. See.
Find out where it came from before you eat it, Darren. I'm telling you.
But like I said, I think when I say things that aren't work, I mean we have to, look at things for instance, she's really. I'll give an example right now. So we're working with I'm working with a partner that he's into distribution, and so there's a lot of things about the conversations that me and him had that she doesn't necessarily like. Okay, and so that's one of those things that doesn't work for us to be on that call together, right? So I'll take that call. I'll communicate back to her what that call is about, but she's not necessarily going to be on that call, because if she's on that call is going to stop at a certain point. Like, she's going to be like, no, we're not doing that, no.
Right.
Like, no. So I'm more of the kind of, I wouldn't say level person, but I can see both sides of the coin, where she'll flip the coin over a little bit and be like, I'm starting to see what's under that coin. I don't even want to turn it over.
Right.
I'm not going to look at the other side at all. Boom. I'm staying on this side. And so, but that's just her personality. And I think, we complement each other off of that. So that thing for us together wouldn't work to be on that call, but it works for me to be on that call and then communicate to her what that call is about. And, that's how we make that work. And not that call is right or wrong, or we're trying to figure out the best way to move. And I'm going to consult with her on, okay, this is what we talked about. These are some of the things I think would be good for us to do. What do you think? Do you like this or do you not like this? And then we talk about it. And we had that conversation.
So let me ask you a question. And this question is for both of you guys. Do you find that as you guys do business together, do you find that in doing business with another male, they prefer to talk to you instead of Kimo? Or okay.
I mean, not necessarily. I think honestly, I don't really care. Like, I mean, if they prefer to talk to Kimo, that's fine. That's cool. Or if they prefer to talk to me, that's fine. That's well too. But I think that it's good for them to always talk to her, because she's going to give information, valuable insight that I just can't give.
Right.
Because she's in that world of skincare. So she's going to be able to speak to things that I can't speak to. So for me, sometimes it's like, even if they want to talk to me, I end up sometimes directing it to her anyway. Case in point is Kimo's working on bringing some different higher end treatments into a clinic, and she there's a doctor that I have a relationship with that I know, and I began to talk to him about some of the things that she's interested in doing, and there's just some things I couldn't answer.
Right.
I'm like, you got to talk to Kimo, because he has some questions, and I can't answer those questions when it comes to technical treatments and what that looks like, and some of the education that's behind that. So you got to talk to her. There's a lot of things they just got to talk to her about. But I think, to answer your point, I think they like talking to her. She pretty too, so I think they like talking to her anyway. So.
All right. Well, I mean, the good thing is everybody, as long as everybody is transparent with themselves to know
right
the pros and the cons, what I'm good at, what you're good at, and we stay in those lanes.
Yeah.
That's what kind of.
No, it's funny you say that, because that's what I tend to do. But Mr. Pressley here, sometimes he's like, "Oh no, you can do it. You can do it." And I'm telling him, "But I don't like to do it. I know I can do it, but this is your, this is your forte. I don't want to do it. So why not do it?" And for me, that's a stupid argument, because you know how to do it. So why are you trying to challenge me into doing something? I can utilize my time perfecting the things that I already
But if
know
I'm not
how to
around
do.
and you need to do
So
that,
then I call you, or the person has to wait.
no.
Yes.
I know too.
Team girls. That's it. Say it, baby. Team girls.
I know too. But and she's right. Like, sometimes she'll ask me, "Okay, can you do this for me?" And I'm like,
"You can do it,
but I can teach you how to do that, so you don't even have to ask me to do it."
Right.
And it take 10 seconds. Boom, you done. Now you don't have to ask me anymore. You can just do it without even thinking about it. But to her point, I think that's a small thing. But I mean, there obviously are some things that she'll ask me to do, and I'll do it. I'll do it. But my in my head, and I see Cassandra already, it's like, if I can just teach you how to do this in 15 seconds, boom, 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 you know how to do it, you good. That's another skill you added to your.
Well, it's good. It's really great to be well-rounded.
Yeah.
But
Do you guys want us not to need you? Is that what it is? Because giving a woman too much independence can bring about, I can do it. So
No.
that's a double-edged sword. So
No,
here's
but
what's going to happen. Hold on, baby. Let me get this out. Here's what's going to happen. You want to teach me how to do it? Go ahead and teach me how to do it. Go ahead and teach me how to do it, because you know what? I'm not going to need you to do it for me, and I'm just going to go ahead and just get it done. And then you're going to be like, oh, well, I guess I'm not needed anymore.
That's
and then we
true.
have another problem in our
That's
hands.
no.
Part of a relationship, a twofold, part of this relationship is, the man needs to be needed. So when I say, baby, I need you.
I told her.
I need you to do this for me. I need you to do this for me. Go ahead and do it. Don't say, oh, you can do it, or I can teach you how to do it.
I told her that.
Right?
So I told her every man every woman needs to feel wanted, and every man wants to feel needed.
Now let me stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. Every woman does wants to feel wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every man needs to feel needed. The issue is that sounds really great. Okay? That statement sounds good.
But
when we need you guys and you say stuff like, oh, you built for it, you got this, but I asked you to do it because I need you. Or sometimes I want you to do it because I need you to take over that particular. I'm not saying that I'm not built. I'm not saying I can't learn. It's just I need you. So even though you guys want to be needed, when we need you, you have to comply.
And we do.
That's a
the
lot.
thing.
I don't know what you do.
We might not be comply in the manner that you think we comply, but we
Oh my goodness.
well, we comply, right?
we comply. It might not be like in the way that you.
You are enjoying this.
Listen,
You are enjoying this.
It's the truth, because I put it like this: at the end of the day, like when a man really loves you, a man really cares, he gonna do it. He gonna do what you want us to do. We're gonna do what you want us to do anyway.
Yo, but why do we have to answer so many questions? Why can't you just do it?
My point.
Because, like you said in the very beginning, because we from somewhere that you don't know where we're from.
right?
We from somewhere. You from
Right.
Earth. We from somewhere you don't know where we're from. So we gotta ask questions to understand why. Like we just gotta know.
We got to know why we doing what we're doing, because it might not even make sense.
Might not make sense.
No, who though?
It might not even make sense.
I think this conversation makes no sense.
See?
Okay, I just thought I'd tell you two, y'all make no sense.
No, listen.
I agree.
Thank you.
It's not about us. It's not about
Oh,
what.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yep.
So someone posted this today, and it said, can a man handle the same hurt that he gives to a woman?
No,
No.
we both said it. No,
No.
That was easy. Y'all suck.
no. I'm not.
No.
Yeah, it's true. Y'all built different.
This sucks. Y'all suck.
Y'all built different.
I wanted a debate out of
Y'all
it.
built different.
No debate.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Y'all can do a whole lot that we can't do. Like I can't ever see me pushing a human being out from anywhere.
I have to know.
You remember that Cosby Show had an episode when they were
remember when they were all pregnant?
Yeah.
Yes.
like we not built for it.
You know what, Derek? You look like
Oh,
Denise's husband
Who is Denise?
from the Cosby
No,
Show.
we don't.
He do look like girl from the Cosby Show. What's that his name?
No, Martin.
His name was Martin.
On the Cosby Show, his name was Martin.
I don't know why. They should.
That was his name.
I don't like that name.
He was in the Navy.
They shouldn't have named him that. I don't like it.
All right.
I don't like it.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Thank you.
Not at all. Not at all.
That's a compliment. That man's a billionaire. Oh, it is 8:50.
This went fast.
This went really fast. It's
This went
8:50.
really,
We
really
have
fast.
been on here for 50 minutes. And it's time that I get to play my game.
Oh Lord.
Go.
You don't, what was that oh Lord for?
Because I don't know what the game is.
Yeah.
I gotta know.
See- No, all you have to do is answer the question. You don't have to know.
Okay.
So Tonight, because we have family on, I decided I was only going to ask one question, and I was going to give you an opportunity to ask a question tonight. Okay, but before we do that, real talk. We've had a lot of loss in our culture. DMX,
Black Rob,
I could not think his name. Black Rob
and Shock
and
G.
Shock G. So I just wanted us to really acknowledge everything that they've done for the culture, everything that they've done for us, because they paved the way for generations.
And I think it's about really taking care and being healthy mentally, physically, and spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Like that really is important. I mean,
but then there's another part of it, okay? And I'm gonna tell you, and not to cut you off, but I did. I apologize for that. But there's another part of it, and the other part is something that I read yesterday, actually from Kid Capri. Kid Capri was saying how it is important. Like, we have got to stop as a culture not checking on our people and our family. And he shared a story. I think he actually posted this on his IG post. I heard him on the radio earlier. And he shared a story about how the last time he saw Shock G, he was sitting on the ground in front of a 7-Eleven talking to a homeless man.
Shock G was.
And he said, and in California, and he said, he didn't really that's not a circle he ran in, but of course he knew he was because he DJ'd, and because of the culture, but they weren't friends, but they acknowledged each other, they talked, and he said, I should have kept better connection with him, but I didn't. He said, I play his music, but I didn't keep connection. He said, and I don't know what the situation was, because unfortunately, I've heard reports that his dad found him in a motel. So I don't know exactly what the situation was, and of course we know that Black Rob was homeless in Atlanta. I didn't know that either. And of course, unfortunately, DMX, struggled from an addiction that ultimately, took his life. So we have to do a better job as humans on checking on those that we say.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You definitely are right. And I really have been thinking about people and trying to, just reach out. I don't even want nothing. I'm just checking on you. Right. Yeah. I don't want anything. But I'm not mad at anybody at this point. I'm not mad at anybody. Now I'll put you in a certain box.
Right.
But I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I don't have time for it. I don't want that energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that energy at all. So you have the floor, Ms. Vaughn.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was actually caught up in what we were talking about. So you have to answer the question first. Says me. So I'm gonna ask one question. I'm giving you guys a break only because I'm feeling generous tonight. So I'm going to ask the question, and you're going to look at each other in the eye, and you're going to answer it. I'm going to give you an example, because once I ask the question, then we'll give you the example, and then you do. And then Jay has a question for you guys. It'll probably be about sports, movies, or sitcoms. Okay? So my question is, what do you see for us relationship-wise in the next 6 months? I changed that because I was going to say a year.
I see Love and Business on Lock platform.
I said relationship-wise. That's business.
I just see us. I see us getting better. I really do try to pay attention to the things that you say, and I really try to make sure that when I am lacking in the space, or you're upset in the space, because I don't want you upset. That's not what I'm here to do. That's not my purpose to be here. So I do see us getting stronger. I see us really. You pay attention to the things that I've said, And I notice your approach on a lot of different things. You know what I mean? The way you talk to me, because at one point, you know, if it was ever like I felt like you were attacking, then I'm definitely got my guard up, and I really ain't even trying to hear what you're saying because I felt like you were attacking. You don't do that anymore. We are at a point where we can at least hear each other, and if we don't necessarily digest it right then and there, you know, we do come back and really take heed to what the other person was saying to make this a lot easier. Like we don't beef, we don't have those issues because we really try to pay attention to what's bothering the other person.
So
if that answered your question.
It didn't, but I mean, I'll accept it.
Yeah, because I ain't know if it answers your question.
I'll accept it. And then I'll give you my answer, and then maybe you'll say, "Oh, I want to change my answer."
Okay.
So I see us in the next 6 months, relationship-wise, expanding who we are. And when I mean about expanding, about
I said that.
When you're finished,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Expanding,
I didn't say no.
expanding who we are. And what I mean by that is simply this. We learn a lot from each other. You teach me a lot. I see us expanding our finances. I see us expanding our business. I see us expanding who we are to each other. I see us blending our families close better than what we have done. I see a lot of growth for us because all of earlier today, someone said to me, you can't grow. You can't grow in your relationship if you've never been through anything. And I feel like we've gone through everything possible. And so because we've gone through that, now it's time for us to bloom and it's time for us to grow. And, you know, the only regret that I have, you know, and I like, if I was to talk about regrets that I have in our relationship, the only regret I have is that it's something that I can't change. But like you said, everything happens for a reason and everything happens when it's supposed to. I hate the fact that I'm not your first, but I hope that I'm your last. And so with that said, like, that's where I see us in the next 6 months.
That was like a Hallmark card.
You just can't say thank you.
Thank you, babe.
You just can't say I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, babe. Thank you,
That's the mahogany card.
Thank you, babe. Yeah, I said, but
yo, really?
That's the mahogany. That's the mahogany.
This thing, I promise you, from the first time we ever connected, this thing in his slick tongue. Go ahead.
All right, so now you got to reset for them.
I'm not resetting. You should have listened.
You got to reset.
So, where do you see? Okay, what do you see for you guys in the next 6 months, relationship wise?
Wedding. That's simple. Yeah.
You gotta look at her and tell her, not me.
Wedding. I thought we were talking to everybody. Wedding.
No, you dropped the mic.
Yeah. Okay. Kimo.
That's the same thing I was gonna say.
Okay, wedding.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm excited, you know, that we've decided to have this journey together and have this little.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And to have this journey and share this journey with her, you know, the core family needs to be seen more. So we're really working on that mommy daddy factor. It's normal in the Black communities. And I want to continue to let people see that, you know, this little girl isn't going to be raised in a single mother home or a single father's home. You know, that's something that's really important, you know, to me.
Yes. Yes.
That's something that's really important to me that I think that, you know, we need to see more positive figures of family, of true love, of successful couples that are doing great things, and also real people that are tangible, people that you can actually, you know, pick up the phone and call, not these, you know, celebrities and stars that we have to get through agents and managers, but people like you and I that, you know, people can actually reach out, email, call, if they're having problems because they're in relationships, or it can be for business advice, or hey, we have this in common. Why don't we, collab on something? So that's what I'm looking at in the very near future for us.
Nice. There you go. It's your question, baby.
Oh, it's my question. Look, you gave me so much. I was gone. I was gone today. I was gone. My question is so light compared to what you did. I almost feel like I don't even want to ask my question anymore, because you're right. It's I always like I'm a light guy. So
1 second.
I'm gonna try to change it. And D, I think that you're going to remember. You remember the first pair of sneakers that you got when you were like, I'm really doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you went to school and was like, I'm really, excuse my language because the baby's gone, I'm really shitting on everybody right now.
I think like it's crazy because it's crazy you asked that question because like me and my brothers, like my dad raised me and my 2 older brothers, but like me and my middle brother, the brother closest to me in age, we're like this. But we worked hard. We did what we had to do. Obviously, we got in trouble a little bit here and there, but
Right.
My dad was big on rewarding us for doing the right things. And so I think that first pair was Christmas. I probably was like 7 or 8. And that's when the Jordan, I think it was the Jordan 4s. Right. And I think we had the other ones, the earlier ones, the 2s, but the 4s were like that shoe.
Right.
I think it was when I still have a picture of those sitting on a bed, on our bed from like, I don't know, it had to be like 88 or something.
Right.
But that shoe with the and at that time they still had the Jordan logo on the shoe, but it still came with the little
and with the Nike plastic square, Nike Air, right, the tag, right,
that tied on the string with the little clasp joint,
right,
and like them was the Jordans was like, all right, yeah,
right.
I'm going to go to school and they gonna see what it is.
Yeah.
It was them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kimo, like what sneaker? When you were,
Well, were you a sneaker person?
Were you a sneakerhead?
So what shoe?
Not at all.
So what shoe? Was it a particular shoe? Like young, when you got this shoe, when you went to school, you were like, I know I'm crushing all the other girls in the school. Like, I need everybody to see me right now with these shoes on.
Yeah, the LA Gear Lights.
Oh, right. They're lit up in the back. Right. Yes. I definitely remember. Look, it was bad because if you was in like out in the streets and you had them on, police could see you because it's lighting up in the back. If they chasing your ass, they can see you. What about you?
Well, I mean, I played basketball all my life. All my life. So I would have to say, actually, it was the ones.
Yeah.
Your ones.
Mm-hmm. It's the Jordan ones.
Your ones.
It's the Jordan ones.
All right. For me, it's crazy because all the ours were kind of like Jordans.
Yeah.
When I got the great 5s.
Yeah.
When I got the great 5s, because they were my first pair of Jordans.
Okay.
When I got the great 5s, I still have a sentimental attachment.
Gotcha.
To that shoe. I bought them later on as a man and scraped them one day going up the steps or someplace I ain't had no business going anyway, and I almost like fell out. Like I just.
I should have been here.
You know what though? I think I just told a tale. You
Oh
know what
God.
shoe it was? Actually, for real. It was the Reebok high top. I had a pair of purple Reebok high top classics.
What was it? 5950.
Yes.
Those are Jordans with
the double strap.
Yes, with the double straps. Yes, that's what it was. Because I remember I showed you a picture.
All the girls had the hot girls had them Reeboks.
Listen, check this out. Because we went to, are you ready for this? Bamberger that year and got not Macy's, but Bamberger's, and got school clothes. And I had like this crisscross black color top with the skirt, and it had like yellow and red and purple in it. And then I got those purple. I'm sorry,
You was gone.
I was gone.
She was gone. She was back in the 80s.
Like
she was back in the 80s. She definitely went back in the 80s. So listen, it is. We went over 5 minutes.
Oh wow, yeah.
We went over 5 minutes. So this is your opportunity to plug whatever you have going on. Please, like let's act like this is your show, and let's whatever you have going on that you want anybody in the world to know right now. This is your opportunity to plug.
Okay, so as I said before, I'm in the DMV area. And if you're looking for a black esthetician that treats skin, for dark spots, acne, peels, all the fun stuff, I do handle all of that. And you can find me on Instagram at I am Kimo Bentley, or my website, KimoBentley.com. And right now we have a lot of $99 specials, so the prices are just right.
Okay, good.
Nice.
Good. And you know what I love? I love that that's what you really do. I sometimes hear women saying, what's the technical word for it? Esthetician? I hear women say that all the time. Right?
You do?
I've heard that in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm one of these. No, you're not. Like, right. I don't see you really doing it. Right. I don't see you doing it. Where's your customers? Right. I don't see it. So listen, I mean, and please allow them to follow your journey, how they can follow you on IG, because I'm pretty sure somebody needs the food as well.
I am Kimo Bentley.
Right. I'm pretty sure somebody needs the food as well. Daron, you have the floor, my brother.
Yeah, I think a couple things I'm working on. Obviously, make sure y'all tune into this Black Enterprise article that is about to launch on the franchise Jay Claxton and Dr. Casay Vaughn.
Thank you so much.
It's about to hit really soon. We did a beautiful interview, and it's about to hit really soon, about to be published digitally. So definitely look out for that, y'all. I think one thing I'm working on is a platform called Black Bonus Dads. And I think that's going to be just a beautiful platform for Black men to be able to speak on the life as a stepfather or a bonus parent to children, to kids. And I think that's one thing that we don't talk about enough. I think a lot more of us have had that experience or are having that experience than we realize it. And we need to talk about it, talk about the good things, the bad things, how to be better, how to, continue to build the family and come together and blend it. I think that's something that, as Black men, I think that's something that I think it's just a wonderful opportunity for us to have that dialogue. And also, with that, we could bring in bonus moms too, and let them get their perspective as well. But that's something that I'm doing very soon. Jay, I'm going to get you a T-shirt for that.
Okay.
Send you that. But that's something else I'm working on. And I think that's just a way for us to mentally, get stronger and be better and perform better as not just fathers, but as bonus parents too. So,
right, and it's fun because we really talk about being around people that make us better.
Yeah.
Like we don't have a desire to be around anybody that can't. Not that I want something from you, right. But I want you guys to help us be better. Kimo, if you see me not doing something right, I expect you as us building a friendship, you be able to tell me, Jay, listen, I'm a woman. I'm telling you that you're messing up, or you keep me sharp. And vice versa. Like, we are supposed to sharpen each other.
Yes.
And this is where this is supposed to be at this point. We've had enough relationships that weren't meaningful. We fun and went to the club, popped bottles, and did a whole bunch of stuff. Now at this point, we got to clean house a little bit, and really make sure that our relationships are meaningful. And we are helping each other be better, give each other the food, because that's what it's really about.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that, and I think you should totally have a part 2. Daron touched on something that we didn't get a chance to talk about, which is the bonus dads, because I do have, teenage girls which, you know, are part of this unit. So that can also be a challenge. And I know there are other, you know, families that are also involved in that aspect of dealing with challenges, especially when you have teenagers and a new relationship and now with a new baby.
So that's our relationship. I have two adult daughters and a 15-year-old son. So that's our relationship where like my daughters is and I said I was going to tell him this later, but it's crazy because I'm talking to my oldest daughter earlier, and she's married, and her husband just bought a car, right? So my younger daughter is talking to him because he's thinking about taking this car back. And so my younger daughter says to him, well, you know, if you don't love it, don't keep it because it's hard to pay for something that you don't love. So the backstory is my younger daughter just purchased a car. And in the process of purchasing the car, she called us for advice. And Jay says to her, Chris, I don't care what you get, but whatever you get, just make sure you love it. Because if you don't love it, it's gonna. And so I laughed, and my daughter was like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, Mr. J told her that, and she repeated it. And it's interesting because he always says, well, do you think they listen to what I said? And I'm like, they hear you.
Yeah, they hear.
They hear you.
Right. I never know because I know that I can be kind of overbearing. I'm a lot sometimes, you know, not in a bad way, but
I don't think so.
I'm gonna give you everything. I'm gonna give you what you don't even want to hear. So sometimes I want to make sure.
You're a lot. I think that you are passionate about helping people, and in your passion, you want to give all of the food you can. So I don't think that you're a lie.
Well, and that's true, and that's true. So we should, and you know what? Maybe when we do that, when we touch on that subject, we can be in the presence of each other.
Yeah,
you know.
Sure. Yeah.
And just, you know, and have that.
That would be a good panel discussion.
Instead of us.
I'm gonna holler at you about it though, because I think.
Yeah, but that would be a good panel discussion. That would be a great panel discussion. Real talk.
I got a lot of things that I'm putting together for the Black Bonus Dance thing.
Definitely. So, baby, wrap the show.
Right, no,
we done gone
listen,
15 minutes
we
over.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's Friday. I understand. I overstand. So for you to take an hour and 15 minutes out your Friday, you know, with your family and the kids there, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And
thank you.
A lot of times when we are having character building days, because we don't have bad days, it's not what we do, right? But when we have character building days, man, this podcast really helps. We really have had some amazing guests, and we get so much food, you know. And regardless of what happened, once we talk to you guys, it's just we're back to normal. You know, we're back to normal because we don't really hold on to anything a long time anyway. You know, I tell her all the time, look, just let me be mad for a second. Right. By the time I get around the beltway, I'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? And that's usually how it is. But thank you again. I just want to say we are so proud. You know what I'm saying? We're here to celebrate. And that's why, you know, Cassandra came up with this platform, because she came up with the platform, wasn't me. You know, I'm not that slick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that slick. She came up with the platform. You know.
I'm gonna step together, baby. She's crying.
No, go handle your handle. I'm just gonna say thank you. Thank you so much. And let's keep all negative energy out our circle. Darren, thank you. Kimo, thank you. We appreciate y'all. Darren, make sure you hold on when we sign off so we can wrap to you, okay? Y'all be safe. Enjoy the weekend.
I love y'all, man. Thank you.